呼呼呼！Hello， 大家好，我是 Will， 我们要继续我们的2K18的 My Career 中锋，抱大腿的中锋，哈喽，等一下，我怎么接最后一个简讯？对。1200，速度，刚好啊，那就你120点3分球，算了，有点跟没点一样，点到满也没有50吧，哦54，可能全部开完也才60刚好，不如不用点，浪费钱。120应该没什么好点的，来吧，这场金块了。
It's November and we want to hear what you are thankful for. Share on social media using the hashtag 2KTVThanks, and you might be featured in our Thanksgiving episode later this month. And get ready for Yao Ming in my team. If you complete the matchup Nightmare Collection featuring the likes of Anthony Davis and Dirk Nowitzki, you can get a Ruby Yao Ming for your lineup. And in the venue, we have to shout out players who've been in the top 10 for both the Ruffles 4-pointer challenge and do NBA.
Yao Ming.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
那最后我想去抽一下买 team。外面风也太大了吧！前往球场吧。
Boo-boo, why are you sweeping?
Man, somebody knocked over my cup of sunflower seeds. It's taking forever for somebody to come over and clean them up. I guess we gonna have to do all the cleaning. Ain't that right?
Yeah, but there's nothing. Wait, are you making a metaphor?
Yeah. Too dramatic?
Just a little bit. Better than that, boo-boo.
I'm trying to help you. Came here to clean up.
求，再给我最后一次机会。有了。
The beautiful skyline of Denver, Colorado is our backdrop tonight. Live from Denver, it's the home of the Nuggets. We're broadcasting from the... And as things get ready to roll... Good stuff, David. So many former NBA players have put out albums or been involved with music one way or another.
Ready, gentlemen?
我想要先发。
When you're facing a great group of scores, what are some of the things you can do defensively? Try for some changes. Harris comes in for Barton.
哟，这给我时间好像有点多，6分钟就上场。
Dimes, he's checked in for the Warriors. And Golden State looking at who they've got. The sharpshooters Curry and Thompson are at the 1 and the 2.
三分球被拦，
Offensive defense
这太
with Durant and Draymond at the 3 and the 4.
那是我篮板。
And it's Dimes in at the 5. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson. Curry's got 5 now.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Here's Millsap. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And a name that a lot of NBA teams were in on this past offseason was Paul Millsap. His ability to shoot from outside and play in the post was wanted all over the league. And the Nuggets were the team ultimately that was able to land it. And Paul Millsap, a very versatile player, can shoot from anywhere, defend multiple positions. This guy just does it all.
Durant. Here's Dimes.
Yeah.
Banks in the layup.
Hey guys, what stands out to me
进攻篮板
the
吃
most
海。
of DJ's whole journey here to the NBA is that he was discovered in a street ball competition. I don't know what kind of show he put on, but apparently it was enough to get a camp invite.
Pulls up on the wing, and he overshot that one,
算是
missing.
蛮让的。
And for the Nuggets, Millsap, Greg, seems to be what they want in the four.
You know, he pairs well with Jokic and others on this team.
在界外一传，糟糕。
And rebounding, plus his overall versatility is what separates him. The Nuggets seem to jump out of nowhere to sign him, but when you look at things, it really does make sense.
Plumlee, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Kenneth Faried comes in for Paul Millsap. And then for Golden State, Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Green, and it's Livingston in for Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, Murray. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Warriors leading by 4. Curry with it. Now guarded by Murray. Wasted no time on that one. That's 7 points for Steph Curry.
And one of the things that Steph does well is just spot the area on the floor he wants to get to in the mid-range. That time, knocks it down.
Here's Faried. The shot, no good. Durant with some nice D. Warriors have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks.
可惜被卡住，没有穿过去。
From the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Dimes, the pass to Durant. Outside for Curry. Pass to Iguodala. Golden State moving it around.
球卡住
against Faried. The pass to Dimes. The second chance effort. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
说好是苦力型的，可我一直在进分，我一直在得分。
Where KD is so versatile. The defense playing him to shoot. He spots the open man, hits them with the perfect pass.
其实我刚才就想说，我一直在进攻跟得分、进分。
Now here's Murray. Guarded by Curry. Shot to end this cold run.
被他躲掉了。
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up.
不要直接给他2分，给他罚球吧。
And you see Mason Plumlee and what he brings to the
你
table.
会进，你不会进，你真的不会
Solid at
进。
putting the ball on the floor and creating some space.
没事，
But perhaps his best attribute, and we saw this in Portland with his teammates Lillard and McCollum, playing on the top of the key and becoming a playmaker, a good passer up there, averaging about 4 assists a ball game.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Isles checked in. Feeds it to Wells. They get the rebound. Dimes goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to
篮板
start.
吃汉就是
6
我。
straight points now from offensive rebound.
Harris kicks to Faried. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Iguodala with the steal.
哎，我不用过去，这个人一定出手。
Warriors the rebound.
渣渣。
Livingston passes to Dimes. Up again.
哦，对对对，这才是他哦。
So for the
害我
Nuggets,
吓
their
一跳。
last game, a win against the Heat.
啊，真的
And
哦？
the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay
我没注意到哎。
was impressive.
好，我会把它
And
用
it
掉
led。to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end. Gary Harris is the type of player that a lot of people feel very confident is just going to keep getting better and better. Has a good knack for scoring the ball. Such a great off-ball cutter. Great chemistry right now with Jokic between the two of them. And as he grows older, he'll continue to build upon his offense. Potential to be a very good two-way player.
我的篮板，
And
哎，
there
进
is
了。
again from him. Shot good from Dimes. Dimes got 8 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Murray dishes to Faried. Plumlee sets the pick for Murray. He feeds it to Plumlee. Now here's Murray. Defense is right there. Shoots over Livingston. And another miss by Denver. And for Harris, the way he plays, it'll probably be a few years before he hits his prime. Brent, even right now, you like how he can fill it up.
Well, he went from his first year just averaging 13 minutes to 2 straight seasons averaging over 32. So trial by fire a bit with Gary Harris, but he continues to show progression and can be a very effective two-way player. Lots of upside from this guy.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
谢让。
Here's Golden State. They're on a 15-6 run. Livingston kicks to Wells. Back to Livingston. They set the screen. Down low, but Julia the pass to Dimes. From deep, Iguodala. That one doesn't drop.
我没想到 Pachulia 会给我。
Rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Murray dishes to Fareed. Harris outside. Plumlee with the screen. In the corner, Murray with it.
我篮板没有。
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Young's checked in for the Warriors. There's 37 seconds left here in the first quarter. Wells kicks to Pachulia. Passes it to Dimes. They set the screen. Pass to Young. Clock at 6. Here's Dimes. And the shot falls short this time.
想说看可以买个犯规。
Here's Lyles. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Fareed, no good.
You can't miss those kind of
交给你
looks.
了。
The defense seems to be a little
球都没拿稳。
nonplussed so far in this one, but he flat out missed it.
And so it's the Golden. You don't get a name like DJ without having a love for.
That's a good question. Music play.
And he has made a lot of fans happy with that choice.
Yeah, I believe it's good for players to have an interest off the court, as it can kind of give you some balance. Seems he has reinvigorated his love for basketball, though, and that's a good thing.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense, and this has them
我
out
球漏了
to
吗
a big lead.
啊，我没拿好，哇！
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter.
我想说我抢到进攻板了。
Moody and Harris are their lengthy guard set. Kenneth Fareed is out there with Plumlee, and it's Lyles in at the 3-slot. And here's Harris from the arc. Another 3 for Denver.
Important to have shooters on the floor that can spread you out. Gary Harris likes to nail the deep 3, and he does there.
Kicks it to Wells.
就是
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. And looks like the
That's
illegal
green.
kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Pachulia 可以罚
Aside
球。
from that possession, they've done a pretty good job of keeping the turnovers
我真
way
觉得很
down
弱
this game.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Kenneth Fareed. Harris kicks to Barton. Pass to Lyles. Harris outside. They set the pick. Jacks up a 3. No good on that one. So Golden State will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, it felt like they were teenagers during the summer. Low levels of activity, allowed too many good looks. Just not their night.
Moutier with the ball. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And he makes good on the layup.
反正我就不去犯规。
Something you have to praise Kerr for. He did an excellent job of bringing all that talent together and getting them on the same page. Not very easy with star players and big names.
Well, he had to tinker with the rotation a little bit, and then he had to also make sure that guys had confidence in their ability, and Steve was able to do that. The interesting part about all of that, Kevin, is that there were a lot of games that Steve was not there for. And for that kind of leadership, that kind of message to be sustained in the absence of your head coach, that should tell you all you need to know about just how solid the ground is for the Golden State Warriors. Well, important to get great balance if you get bumped on your way to the basket. Still something that every player tries to get comfortable with.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the pass to Dimes. From 13, and that's good for 2. Dimes got 10 points. The Nuggets trail by 5. Harris passes to Lyles. The feed to Mudiay. He dishes it to Plumlee. Out of hand on it.
没拿到篮板。
Teardrop shot, and it's laid in by
他把Julia是不是站着看啊？监视器防守。
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Mudiay spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said being in a foreign country made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You've got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league. Harris against Pachulia. Can't tie it up because that one's no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
不要闹啊，大哥！
Passes to Dimes. The kick out to Young. The offensive rebound. Dishes it to Wells. They shoot again. And Carter a chance for one more at the free throw line. And we finish one half of basketball. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. Now the third quarter have to get going. Klay Thompson has been sensational. He's checked in for Murray. And the Warriors also making a change. Dimes is checked in for Draymond Green. Warriors leading by 12, setting the floor for the Warriors. Thompson and Durant, the sharpshooters at the 2 and the 3. JaVale McGee is out there with Dimes. And it's Curry in at the point guard. And Durant gets it to go.
哇，这大腿真的好粗啊
！Start to the second half, minus that one miss. 3 of 4 now from the field right now in the second half.
Mudiay kicks to Barton.
哇，我被打 low post 了。
Now the dish to Millsap. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. A chance to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for the Warriors.
And we can see pretty even there between the guards and the bigs. That kind of balanced production has what's helped them craft this huge lead.
Steph getting a little bit nasty on the defensive end there, not letting his man get comfortable on that possession.
Durant with a wide open look. That's it, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his third assist on the night. The Nuggets trail by 17. Mudiay kicks to Millsap. They swipe it. Barton against Thompson. Shoots over Barton. Shot by Thompson, no good.
And the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
McGee a screen. Curry dishes to Thompson. Curry a screen on Barton. To the inside. Here's Dimes, and it's sent back by
我觉得我会被陷害，可恶！哦，我好废哦！因为那种球我很怕起来，我觉得起来一定不会进。啊，和意思一样。
The Warriors shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
What a year for JaVale McGee to refine his form
我是根本没想到Curry会给我那种球。
as an NBA player, signed with the Warriors, played his way into their rotation, and after being on the verge of possibly being out of the NBA, he was a huge piece of a championship caliber team.
没篮板。
Shoots. Chandler, no good.
And seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
Barton against Thompson. Jokic with the screen on Thompson. Barton kicks to
他有投吗？
Jokic.
对嘛，还好，我也记得不怎样。
And for McGee, a lot of it was just finding the right situation.
Well, to me, for McGee, it wasn't so much about the fit and the style of play. It was about the character around him. And I think that Steve Kerr and collectively the roster just wanted to empower JaVale McGee to go out and be effective on the floor. A tremendous comeback year for that young player.
And that one's good, Durant.
And a tremendous job by Steph Curry there, getting the ball over quickly to the open man, not letting that lane close down.
Denver calls timeout.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Moutier kicks to Barton, passes it to Jokic. Chandler is screen. Back to Moutier. Denver passing it around. Durant with the steal. Curry passes to Dimes. Durant dishes to Curry. Over Moutier. Curry shot is
我还会回给我，
You know what? You can't get a better screen.
所以我是把它挡错边，跟战术那个。
But he just fails to capitalize.
或者我帮他挡另外一边，他也过不了。
He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
And that one's good. Millsap.
Well, Millsap really wants the shot anytime he can get it from there. That's his comfort zone.
Curry on the wing, defended by Moutier. And 2 shots coming up
in
the line as he fouled on the shot. Brent, 15th overall is where you were drafted, right in the middle of the first round. A very nice place to be. Talk about the nerves waiting for your name to be finally called by the commissioner on that podium.
Well, Kevin, I wasn't nervous, and I'll tell you why. Actually, I was nervous, and it was more about the captain landing the plane. You and I have shared this story, and I'll share it with you again. During that draft, I was actually on an airplane and did not see one moment of the NBA draft in 1996. So my biggest nerves were that the pilot was going to bring the plane down safely, and then I watched the draft on VCR about 2 hours later.
No kidding.
That's the truth.
这样会希望自己的队友不要太常进球。
About that, Kevin, I'll tell you this is the fast forward button.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't the first pick, we could fast forward that, or the second, or the third, and we got to that 15th pick, and what an honor to have my name called in the first round of the NBA draft.
An honor indeed. And Durant gets it to go.
Yeah, it's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
Moutier kicks to Harris.
哎，你拿球我没在怕。
Reed setting the pick for Harris. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Terrific work inside from Gary Harris. Not used to saying that. Does a fantastic job of backing down the defense and putting his will on his shoulders.
Nick Young's checked in for Golden State.
主任下去了。
Now here's Livingston. He kicks to Young. Feeds to Iguodala. Chandler against Young. Golden State needs to get off a shot. That's tipped.
我能力值也太低了吧，这样都可以被扒。
And here's Moutier.
觉得难受，想哭。
To the middle.
害我恼羞，这样都可以被罚。哇
Some great defenses can be built on these two R's, reacting and recovering. And you can see that the Warriors are one of the top teams in doing just that. Great help defense, great rotation, and communication. Big reason why they had the lowest opponent field goal percentage against last season.
And the Warriors making a change here.
我真的觉得我队友很不需要
How
我，
many times have we
连
seen
苦
the
攻都不用
possession
挡，可恶
take that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Denver calls timeout.
In the history of the Nuggets, they've had some great stars, guys like Dan Issel, Alex English, and certainly Carmelo Anthony during his time in Denver. But Jokic looks to be that guy for this generation.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Iguodala. Some last season stats for him. Last season, put up about 7 points a game, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. And this Nuggets team clearly sees that their future is going to be built around Jokic.
What an incredible season.
我想直接
last
要
year. I
求
don't
了
think people realize just how special the offensive season that Jokic had for Denver was last year. And he's right up there in the top 5 in terms of his offensive production. They'll need to add some defenders around them, but they have certainly shifted the offense around the incredibly talented passing big man in Jokic.
And they pick up 2. 6 points for Wilson Chandler. Warriors leading by 19. Livingston passes to Iguodala.
那我再上来帮忙挡吧。
Here's Dimes. Outside, Green.
抱歉，我想自己打。
Here's Dimes. He's guarded by Plumlee. Dimes. And it's sent
这样还是
by
被罚。
Plumlee.
Showing good shot blocking skills at times. Probably gets all of that one.
好糟哦。
Moutier dishes to Fareed. Plumlee with the screen. And Fareed kicks to Chandler. For 3, Harris. It's rebounded by Dimes.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And again, no good by Golden
我去
State.
当中距射手，
Something we always
不敢
talk
进去。
about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with
我要
control
扒别人就扒不
is
到。
another, and you need both elements working together. You gotta like his choice right there to go hard to the rack. Took it right at the teeth of the defense.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Love the way that Sean Livingston goes to work when he's on the floor. He knows exactly
这个球赛每季
what
不是
his
比较好
strengths
吗？
are and how to run an offense. He can act as a
来
scorer
给你
at times and usually does it from that mid-range post area. As a guard, not many three-point shots, but devastating
2分钟
from about 8 feet out.
Curry's checked in for Young.
我磕上来了。
Now, Moutier. He feeds it to Chandler. Here's Moutier. Back to Chandler. Takes a 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
There's the screen. From about 16, Denver grabs the miss.
里弗斯特跟我想要打的真的是不一样，他中约那么好，还是要运那么多。
Chandler the pass to Fareed, and the layup is good. Fareed's got his second basket of the game.
And really, Fareed is just very comfortable from there. He waits for the right opportunity and then seizes the moment.
Curry dishes to Iguodala. Golden State moving the ball around. Pass to Dimes. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Passer，
Screen by Fareed. Moutier kicks to Harris. Curry with the steal. And here we go.
出手，
Fast
出手。
break. Curry's got it. Again, Golden State.
Yeah, Curry going coast to coast in no time, so great speed shown on that fast break.
Harris outside. Pass to Chandler.
没拿到，死了。
Over in the corner, Moutier. 6 on the shot clock. The 9-foot shot. Got a piece of it. Here's Fareed. And they'll keep possession.
Yeah.
Livingston with it. Outside for Curry.
非常漂亮。
Another
Yes.
3 for Golden State.
And they just been so comfortable at both ends.
哦，有 Curry 在真的好好打。
Think they're playing at home.
因为像我这种打中锋，就是最喜欢inside out，那我干脆带球。
extremely poised, which has led to a monster lead.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors in very good shape with a 23-point lead.
我报仇了。
Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back right after this. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here.
这阵我是没
Warriors
跑
leading
过。
by 23. Moutier and Harris are their lengthy guard set. Lyles out there with Kenneth Fareed. And it's Plumlee in its center. That's the group on the floor for Denver. That one goes. Count it.
被我转进
Curry's
去
got
了
the。fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Warriors. Now here's Moutier. If you ever did decide to go into coaching, Brent, would you also like to be the general manager to ensure you have the players
想干
you really want
嘛
to？coach?
Well, I'd also like a new car and a Learjet, Kevin. If I could get those two, I'll try my best. But
I hear you. I know.
I really think that relegating that role to somebody else that you can be on the same page with is the best way to go. It's a fresh set of eyes.
That's the key. I totally agree.
Fresh set of
Curry
eyes, and they
那会
have
不会有
the
点
time
太
to devote to what your team and your roster is going to need, while you make sure you're developing the roster yourself. So I think having a general manager do his job and a coach do his job
Curry, no,
might be the
Curry,
way
no.
that I would prefer to do things, although we've seen other guys
Yep.
have success in both roles.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Plumlee.
哎
Pulled
对
the
啊
shot a
被他
little
摆
bit,
进
but the bounce goes his way.
And working on that upper body strength, Plumlee has a great build and is converting through contact.
Curry passes to Thompson. Lets it go with the 3. The shot by
啊
Curry.
可惜。
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
啦啦啦
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And here's Harris from the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build
Yep.
on that early success.
他运太多了，我助攻也没了。
Takes looks like the right one at this point.
Yeah, shooting at a very high percentage right now. This one extending the lead.
是吗？风太大了。
Plumlee dishes to Fareed. Plumlee with the screen. And Harris wide open. He
我都让路给他了，还要换防。
three-point range.
Yeah, you would think
我也
the
可以希
coach
望有
might
点
have talked to his
做人
defense
让
about
球员一点
making
智
the
商会比较
adjustment
好。
on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
It's stolen by Moutier. Stripped it away. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Over Moutier. And it comes off
不
the
给我
front
阿
of the
雷
rim. Nuggets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. So, Brent, less than 0.1% of NBA fans bother to vote for the All-Star game. Do you think the league should devise a different way to choose the players for that big mid-season event?
I'd really like, again, this is an area, Kevin, that the league has done a great job of being a bit progressive with the way they've changed the All-Star balloting. 50% of the vote now going to the fans, 25% to the players, and 25% to the media. It's a way to make sure that guys who are having tremendous seasons are recognized both by their peers and their media rather than the fans getting ahead of some marketing scheme. So this has been addressed.
Perfect. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Fareed outside. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. The pass to Lyles. Over in the corner, Moutier, pocket 6, and right away
Wow.
they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The perimeter shot is certainly a work in progress for Moutier, but that one, not a problem.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And Brent Zoff, we talk about start. So we see the Warriors taking the
这样就
game
没
here.
时间。
A resounding victory for them.
我来调一下。
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. 有1万了。
Thanks very much. Now, your effort at the defensive end was a key to the win. Was that an area of emphasis going into the game?
As a team, you know, we just have to try to support each other, pump each other.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
I may need to hit the treadmill. I ain't even break a sweat out there tonight.
Yeah, that's because you sat for most of the second half.
After all the buckets I put up in such a big league, I deserve a rest.
That is what I call a win!
Woo! Woo! Yes! Yes!
这是。